Hello, everyone. On behalf of the Early Head Start Professional Learning Community team, I'd like to welcome you to the Early Head Start Teacher Book Yellow Folder webinar. I'm Garmin Lucky, your narrator. At the end of this webinar, our goal is that the teachers will have a better understanding on the yellow and green folders, the narratives, Great Start Chart, Great Start Infant Chart, the Child Development Review, Infant Development Inventory, Individual Care Plan, Pedestrian Safety, Healthy Mean Curriculum, the Home Visit Parent Contact Form, Ongoing Assessments, Parent-Teacher Conference, the TSCO Observations, and the Lesson Plan. Let's begin with the yellow and green folders. A yellow folder must be assigned to each child in your classroom. It should be numbered from 1 to 8 and kept in a locked cabinet at all times. Please note that it can be reused for a new child entering your classroom. As for the green folder, at the end of the year, all documents in the yellow folder must be placed in the green folder, including full pieces of artwork of a child. Narratives will be information coming from home into your classroom, vice versa, and it should be recorded in your narrative folder. We ask that all teaching staff will make 2 or more narratives entries per month for each child written on a narrative paper in your yellow folder. Now, our collaborating centers such as KW and Homefront, we ask that you document your narratives in your yellow folder because you do not have access to our Child Plus system. Also, there's something that I really want to also stress on. Narratives can be more than 2 entries. Okay, as a high quality program, we ask that you document as many narratives as possible. It's going to help our program in terms of data collecting. Thank you. The EHS screening, teachers will complete the Great Start Chart or the Great Start Infant Chart within 14 to 21 days, including weekends and holidays of the child's enrollment. So let's talk about the Great Start Chart. It's for children 18 months and older. And a Great Start Infant Chart would be for children younger than 18 months. Remember, they have to be completed within 14 to 21 days of enrollment. The CDR, which is also called the Child Development Review or the Infant Development Inventory, I just talked about it. The CDR is for children 18 months and older, and the IDI for children younger than 18 months. Individual care plan will be completed by the parent. The purpose is to gather information about the child, such as their likes, dislikes, and things like that. It also helps the teacher to individualize a care plan for that child. It should be completed during your home visit, which is 7 days within enrollment of a child. Home visit must be completed within 7 days of enrollment. And here's a helpful hint. Some of the forms that you want to have with you when you sit down to do your home visit, you want to make sure you have the documentation form, the CDR, the IDI, and you want to have your individual care plan. Pedestrian safety and healthy meal curriculum must be completed within 14 days of enrollment. Always indicate the date on the form that the service was provided. Checkpoints. Children will be assessed 3 times a year. which will be the fall, winter, and spring. Same as the parent-teacher conference will be held 3 times a year, fall, winter, and spring. When you sit down to do your parent-teacher conference, make sure to have the last checkpoints assessment with you, your family conference form, your documentation form, your child's portfolio. Make sure you talk about any concerns that you have. Make sure your parents sign your form before before they leave, and make sure you place all forms in your child's yellow folder. TS goal. All teaching staff will record 3 observations per child each week into the teaching strategy goal system. Teaching staff must create a lesson plan in the teaching strategies goal system. Each Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., lesson plan must be completed and submitted to your Early Head Start Education Coordinator. Please remember to include the expanded daily resources in your lesson plan. For example, you want to make sure you have your Mighty Minutes, your Hello highlights, you want to have your intentional teaching card all into your embedded within your lesson plan. At this time, I want to thank you for listening. If you have any questions, concern, please reach out to your education coordinator and we will be glad to help you. We'll be glad to support you as well. Still healthy, safe, and calm. Thank you, everyone.